10 scariest predictions for 2021 that you must know. In 2019, no one would have predicted that a pandemic this devastating would ravish through countries and cities, claiming millions of lives around the world and sending the rest of the world into quarantine and isolation in fear of contracting the virus. If you thought the worst is past, think again, because 2021 seems like it's going to take things to the next level. From a zombie apocalypse to mind-controlled soldiers, it's fair to say that we are all in for a wild ride. So prepare your pitchfork and torches and stick around as we count down 10 scariest predictions for 2021 that you must know. Number 10. Biblical famine. Nostradamus is a French astrologer who predicted events throughout the years that changed the course of humanity. So in one of Nostradamus' talks, he mentioned that after humanity faces a great challenge, a new and bigger challenge will be brewing, ready to strike at the worst moment possible. According to him, the great challenge will involve rain, blood, milk, famine, steel, and plague, which could be predicted as a famine of biblical proportions that the world has never seen before will take place. What's more terrifying than the idea of facing a biblical famine in the near future is the fact that it's already here. With the current virus getting more vicious and infectious, a countless number of people who are already struggling to make ends meet were laid off as the impact of the virus has affected the economy greatly. The head of the World Food Program has issued a warning to the United Nations about a famine that's going to affect the whole world pretty soon, explaining that it would take at least $5 billion to prevent that from happening. Number 9. Earth-threatening asteroids. Millions of years ago, planet Earth was struck by an asteroid that was around 50 miles in diameter. That asteroid didn't just destroy the planet, it also sent 75% of plant and animal species to extinction. While the asteroid had a catastrophic impact, it single-handedly destroyed all of the non-avian dinosaurs on Earth. And what do you know? It seems like history gets to repeat itself again 66 million years later. Nostradamus wrote a passage about a long trail of sparks made of fire that will appear in the sky, which could be translated into a massive asteroid. It was revealed not one, but 6 asteroids will be approaching Earth in 2021, excluding one that Nostradamus was probably talking about. The one that Nostradamus was most likely talking about is the 2009 asteroid FK1, which is something that NASA has been monitoring for quite a while and is believed that will strike the Earth on May 6th, 2021. Number 8. An earth-shattering earthquake. With everything that's currently going on in the world right now, the last thing that it needs is a natural disaster that might end up being the finishing touch. In one of his passages, the French astrologer said, "The sloping park, great calamity. Through the lands of the West and Lombardy, the fire in the ship, plague and captivity. Mercury in Sagittarius, Saturn fading." It's true that his poem seems like an indecipherable code. However, what Nostradamus might mean by it is that the golden state of California and the United States are going to be struck by a devastating, earth-shattering earthquake. Nostradamus even went one step further by predicting the date of the earthquake, which falls on the 25th of November, 2021. Number 7. A solar storm. Another prediction made by Nostradamus is that huge solar storms are going to strike the Earth, and their aftermath is going to be so damaging that the select few people who survive it are going to be fighting each other to death to get their hands on the last remaining resources. If you're wondering what exactly is going to happen if a massive solar storm were to happen, well, it's nothing short of horrifying. For starters, the entire planet would go into complete darkness. All satellites will be damaged as a result of the Earth's magnetic field being switched off. It will be so powerful that it will knock out all electronics, and by all electronics, we mean phones, internet, GPS, TVs, which doesn't sound as bad as it seems. However, when you realize that everything inside establishments, as crucial as hospitals and food factories, that's when the real problems start to rise. Number 6. Mind-controlled soldiers. With the advancement of technology, there's always a fear that robots will someday take over the world with their artificial intelligence lingering in the back of our minds. That those devices that we depend on and use on a daily basis might turn against us one day and eventually lead us to our demise. Nostradamus wrote, "The newly made one will lead the army, almost cut off up to the near bank. Help from the Milanese elite straining. the Duke deprived of his eyes in Milan in an iron cage. This could be interpreted that in 2021, soldiers with chips implanted into their brains will dominate the world. They will be as powerful as the likes of Captain America and Iron Man, and they will control the world economically, militarily, and technically. Number 5. A deadly tsunami. Unlike other predictions that we've previously mentioned, this next prediction comes from Baba Vanga. If you don't know, Baba Vanga is a Bulgarian mystic, clairvoyant, and herbalist who has lived her entire life in the Kazha Mountains. What's most shocking is that the blind mystic, who was nicknamed the Nostradamus of the Balkans, predicted catastrophic events such as the 9/11 attack, that the 44th US president would be an African American, and the current virus. Moreover, she has also predicted the 2004 tsunami, which claimed the lives of 230,000 people, which brings us to the next point. According to Baba Vanga, she predicts that a tsunami as powerful as the 2004 tsunami is about to happen in 2021. And as if a tsunami wasn't enough, it will also be followed by several catastrophic events, such as earthquakes and meteorites. Number 4, a mysterious illness and an assassination. Rest assured, because Baba Vanga predicted that the world ending is nowhere in sight, as it will happen in 5079. However, another prediction that concerns this current year is that the 44th President of the United States' life will be in danger in 2021. According to her, Donald Trump, who is the 45th President, in case you didn't know, will fall ill with a mysterious illness that doctors will not be able to diagnose. This mysterious illness will leave him deaf and with a brain tumor. Donald Trump's life is not the only one at stake. The mystic also claimed that Russia's President Vladimir Putin will be the target of an assassination attempt in 2021. Number 3, a dragon will seize humanity. If you were a fan of the insanely popular Game of Thrones, you might or might not find this next prediction exciting, depending on how the word dragon will be interpreted. In one of her most unusual predictions, Baba Vanga stated that a strong dragon will seize humanity. We don't know exactly what she really meant by a dragon. Is it a metaphor for someone of great power that's going to take over the world? Or is it going to be a fire-breathing lizard-like beast that will destroy everything in its path? Could it be another devastating virus similar to the current one? Just like all the other predictions, only time will tell. Number 2, a zombie apocalypse. The idea of brain-eating zombies will roam the earth looking for their next meal, and by meal, we mean person, has become so popular that there are hundreds of movies and books that are solely based on it. According to Nostradamus, a zombie apocalypse is going to take place in 2021 that's going to make the Walking Dead zombies pale in comparison. The French astrologer stated, "Some young people will die halfway to begin with. They will die of hate, but will give others a chance to shine, and great, inauspicious events will happen in an ordinary place." There's another interpretation of this passage that's a bit tame in nature. However, it's equally as terrifying when you think about it. The passage could mean that the Russians are currently making a deadly biological weapon that will drive humanity into extinction. And while with this interpretation we won't have to fight brain-eating zombies for survival, still, the aftermath of a biological weapon could be extremely destructive. Number 1, Doomsday. When it comes to predictions, we have to give it to The Simpsons for accurately predicting some of the world's most biggest events. And they even got it to the smallest details. So lo and behold, The Simpsons have made quite a few predictions for 2021 that will make us regret saying that 2020 was the worst year of our lives. For the show's 31st Halloween special, it starts with Election Day with a campaign signs that reads, "Biden Harris, Trump Putin, and elect someone anyone." On Inauguration Day, which falls on January the 20th, Springfield has turned into an apocalyptic wasteland, and the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse can be seen in the sky holding the signs Famine, Pestilence, War, and Treehouse of Horror 31. Hopefully The Simpsons get this one wrong. And there you have it, the 10 scariest predictions for 2021 that you must know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to leave a comment telling me which of these predictions you think is likely to happen. See you next time.